What happens when you mess with a comedian who's got a mic, a crowd, and zero patience? You get roasted so hard, you might just leave in tears.
No, that was the most racist joke ever.
Or get kicked out by security.
All right, kick this dummy out, please.
From Troy Bond shutting down a heckler who called him racist to Joe Rogan humiliating a loudmouth in front of 2,000 people, we're diving into jaw-dropping moments when comedians turned hecklers into punchlines. First up, let's talk about Troy Bond, a rising star in New York's comedy scene who faced a heckler in 2022 that set the internet on fire. At the Broadway Comedy Club, Bond was riffing on his usual political humor when a woman in the crowd lost it.
I voted for Joe Biden, but that shit didn't feel great. Like I was giving Grandpa the keys to the Oldsmobile and telling him to drive to California. I'm probably the most pro-anti-Trump comic out there.
You're not.
Shut the up!
But when she kept interrupting, yelling at other black audience members to stop laughing, Bond went in for the kill.
It's a white guy trying to talk for black people.
I'm not.
Bitch. No, you're not.
Yes, I wasn't.
No.
What are you upset about? It's not me.
No, and shut up. Any black person ever tried to laugh at his jokes? No.
Stop having fun, mother.
No, a white person trying to make fun of black people.
See, now you're crying, and I was just trying to make you laugh.
No, don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
You a
Why do you think I'm doing this for a living? You think I was a football player? I'm a God damn it. There's nothing you can say to me I haven't said 6 inches from the mirror.
As she was escorted out, he tossed out a zinger.
Hey.
Have a good night, Kamala Harris. Now's the time I need you on my side.
No, that was the most racist joke ever.
No, I got like 4 more in the chamber.
Clips of this moment racked up millions of views, with fans praising Bond's quick wit. Some speculated she was drunk or just fishing for attention. But whatever her deal, she picked the wrong comedian to mess with. But Troy's not the only one who's turned a heckler into a punchline. Enter Joe Rogan, who in 2017 faced a heckler bold enough to interrupt his set in front of 2,000 people. The guy yelled out nonsense, and Rogan wasn't having it. He paused his act and laid into him. Did no one hug you when you were little?
Wait, let's people stop cheering. Tell me what you just said.
I said he's paying attention to you.
Why are you yelling out like that? Did no one hug you when you were little?
The crowd roared. Rogan kept going, pointing out the 2,000 other people who paid to see a show, not hear some random dude's commentary.
I think it's a good idea. I'm just curious. Why do you think it's a good idea to just yell shit out? Then once you turn around and look at there's 2,000 other people besides you. You know that, right? Curious. Why do you think it's a good idea to just yell shit out? Oh, now you're gonna shut up? I'll get you kicked out, motherfucker. You better talk to me now. Don't be a coward. Do you wish that things had gone better and you got the attention that you feel you deserve, but it didn't work out that way, so you just cry out everywhere? You are a factor of us removing the word retard from the vernacular. They think it's okay to do retarded shit because there's no real word to describe people like that anymore. When you nerf the world, motherfuckers like you think you can come to a show and just yell out stupid shit and piss off 2,000 other people. And I'm gonna give you one last chance to shut the fuck up or they're gonna forcibly remove you. So what's it gonna be?
When the heckler shouted Donald Trump, Rogan had enough.
What's that? Did you say Donald Trump? All right, kick this dummy out, please. Look what happens. This is what's supposed to happen to you all throughout your life.
Online, fans called it a masterclass in crowd control, though some whispered the heckler might have been planted for drama. Either way, it was pure chaos and pure Rogan. If you think that was brutal, wait till you hear about a comedian who took on an entire city. Bill Burr's 2006 Philadelphia meltdown is the stuff of comedy legend. At an Opie and Anthony show, the Philly crowd was ruthless, booing every comic off the stage. When Burr stepped up, he said, "Screw it," and ditched his set. For 11 straight minutes, he tore into the audience, calling them Philly cheese-eating jackasses and mocking their city's sports teams.
Are you going to have at 41, you still going to have the bachelor party? Do you really need to, man? I mean, you're 41. You just lived the bachelor party for 20 years, right? You can't see him? You're blind? Jeez, well, thank you for bringing it all the way down to I didn't ask you about your eyesight. Jesus Christ, you got problems with your kidneys, too? We can just turn this into a benefit?
Not every comedian goes nuclear, though. Some keep it cool and still destroy.
Well, first of all, you're not blind. You know what? You're looking around too much. You're not doing this shit. You're like, first of all, you were blind. What the are you looking back at him for? You need to work on your fake blind shit.
Some say Burr's rage was fueled by years of dealing with tough audiences, and this moment turned him into a comedy icon. Sammy Oid proved you don't need to yell to own a heckler. During a set, he made a lighthearted joke about brown parents and their hoarding habits.
I have a hard time throwing away things if they're not like done. I think that's like the trauma of brown parents.
A woman in the front row took it personally, accusing him of racism for looking at her during the bit.
You can't throw something away if there's like a little bit of crumbs in it, you know what I mean? So I keep looking at you. I looked at you once for the brown parents part. I only did one brown parents reference. And you look back at me as if you don't have brown parents. You liar, okay?
When she kept interrupting, claiming she'd bought his merch, Obaid shut her down politely.
I had a feeling. Okay. Let's address this first because I can't just leave this. No, you were heckling. You were heckling, yes. Let it go. Let it go. Breathe it out and let it go.
Her narcissistic outburst only made her look foolish, and Obaid's restraint made the roast even sweeter.
What's that? I'm an asshole. Don't turn into a 40-year-old asshole. I've been an asshole my whole life, okay? You liked me, you were a fan of me, and then you came and tried to make the show about you. You're doing it right now. You're doing it right now.
Fans online praised his class, with some speculating she was just craving attention. But when politeness isn't an option, some comedians go for the jugular. Andrew Schultz faced a heckler who wouldn't quit, interrupting his set 3 times with snarky comments.
You're not smart. I don't think you're smart.
Schultz didn't snap right away, but when she pushed him, he unleashed, "You're not smart enough to get the joke."
If you were smart, you would know that's what's funny about the joke. That's the exact thing that's funny about the joke. But I think your math brain isn't creative enough to understand humor.
The crowd went wild. He kept going, mocking her math brain and saying, "If you don't like humor, don't go to hell. You'll ruin our time there too."
I'll give you a chance for the rest of the show to try to laugh, but if you find yourself not laughing, just know I'm not smart enough. That's what you have to remind. Your brain doesn't work for it.
Schultz refused to let her play the victim, turning her interruptions into a lesson in comedy.
I'm sure you're really good at engineering. No, you're really good at engineering, ruining other people's nights. Being selfish. You got all those down, but humor is not for you.
His fans on X called it a perfect example of why you don't heckle a pro.
And look, there is a place to go if you don't like humor. No, you shouldn't go to hell. Why would you go to hell? That's for funny people. You're not gonna ruin our time in hell too? How dare you? You gonna follow me to f***ing hell?
Though some wondered if her persistence was fueled by a few too many drinks. Either way, Schultz left her with nowhere to hide. These moments show why you don't mess with a comedian. They've got the mic, the wit, and the crowd on their side. From Troy Bond's viral clapback to Bill Burr's citywide rant, these takedowns are comedy gold. But it makes you wonder, is heckling just part of the game, or are audiences crossing a line? Let us know your favorite moment in the comments, and if you loved this chaos, hit that subscribe button for more. Until next time, stay out of the front row unless you're ready for a roast.